Hi there, welcome back to my channel, craftsandcollage.com. If you're new, please take a minute and subscribe, or wait till you watch a couple videos and see if you actually want to subscribe. And if you do, that's wonderful, because the more the merrier, right? Tonight is one of my Friday night sort of casual Gluebook sessions, so it's just a really, I usually actually put music behind, but I thought maybe I'd chat because a couple of you said that you like that too, so you know I can chat. I've got a big mouth and way too much to say. So join me, grab your collage stuff, your Gluebook stuff, your mishmash of those odd pictures, and see what you can find. You know me, I go through stuff, I pick stuff out, and then I change my mind. So come on along with me tonight, pause the video, and grab some things and play on your art table tonight with me. I hope everybody has, God, I like that picture so much. There's something about it just really grabs me. I don't know what it is about that. See, I say that every time we go through the pictures. Every time there's a couple of them I pull out. Yeah, so I hope everybody's having a good weekend. My friend in Brisbane says that it's bringing on, their spring is beginning, so that sounds nice. I watch there was a peregrine nest that they had been studying in a tower, I think near Brisbane, and I was watching. It was like a live peregrine cam, and it was just awesome. If you like that kind of thing, look around, because there's new cameras set up all the time with new, mated pairs and things, birds and animals, and it's wonderful. Now the big thing is those, what do they call them, living bridges, where they'll put a bridge from one side of the highway to the other for animals to cross to the field on the other side. I don't know why I pull out half of these, but then I'll look at them later and go, yeah, I like that. Why not? Ooh, there's something very pretty about that. I haven't even decided in what book we're working tonight, like which Gluebook or collage. I haven't even decided that. Wow, that's not like me. Usually I decide the book and then the pictures. That's funny. That's actually funny. So I wanted to just briefly, and you don't have to tune away because I'm not going to talk about it long, but I wanted to talk about low vision for those that have to deal with it but are creative and want to keep on working, keep on doing their thing. They're artists in their way. I'm dealing with low vision, and it's getting worse. It's not going to get better. It's not the type of thing that gets better. It may rob me of my vision completely, and that's an unknown whether it's going to happen or not. But one eye is almost, I'd say I have about 15% of my field of vision in that eye, and the center point of that is blurry, so I can't even read or anything, because the center point is where you focus on letters and things like that. So and so I'm dealing with the deterioration of the other eye. So I've been sort of, I don't know, lamenting my artwork or creativity and doing some crying over it, trying to figure out how I can get around it, things like that. A whole sort of mourning process, if that's not putting too fine a point on it. No offense to anyone, but if I had had the choice, I think I would have chosen my hearing, not my vision, but I wasn't given the choice, so it was my fault. I'm not going to discredit that. My vision is completely due to my allowing myself to get overweight and diabetes after I quit smoking cigarettes, and along with that came the eye situation. So, and cataracts and Retta detachments and a bunch of things that, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go into it, and I said it would be short, but I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on little things that I've done, because I'm no expert, but little things I've done to accommodate my low vision that someone else might be able to use. So if you're interested, just look for the keyword low vision in the title, and you'll have found them. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Oh my God, that makes me hungry. Yeah, so yeah, isn't that pretty? That's a nice background. I believe that those are pedophores, parsnip pedophores. Fancy schmancy snacks is what they are. These are snickerdoodle marshmallows. Nice looking, huh? Yeah, I thought they'd make cute backgrounds and no one would even know what they are. That's kind of neat. Let's just set that aside for the moment. I have no idea where this Gluebook page is going, folks. I don't apologize for that. If you know my channel at all, you'll know that that's quite normal. I rarely, unless we're doing the color ones, I rarely know where I'm going with stuff. So, and nothing is jumping out at me as far as like pictures I absolutely have to use, but there have been a couple that are kind of sticking with me here. So let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got two sort of fun backgrounds. Put that over here for now. There's something about these. Alright, what size book are we using first? Let's discuss that first, shall we? Wowzer, okay. Shall we finish up the last of our... where is it? Where is it? What happened to my... Did I put it away because we were finished with it? I might have. Alright, so this one. I love this book. Oh my goodness. I've gone through this and through this. I'm just in love with it. And it's not all Gluebook pages. There's lots of pages that are just a full picture I've chosen to save. But lots of them are wonderful Gluebook pages I've gotten to do with you. And we did some color sets. And those were absolutely some of my favorite pages. This one was a pull. Remember, that was a surprise pull. I reached in and grabbed stuff and it turned out, I just love it. Okay, love this too. Alright, so let's do a double spread because I've got some bigger pages here, but let's do a little bit of a fun thing. There was a couple of things I wrote down. How boomer of me, huh? So I mentioned the low vision and the here's the thing. Somebody actually, this is from an email I got, or a message, and somebody messaged me saying, how do you make it so that you make less and less mistakes doing Gluebooking? And she specifically mentioned Gluebooking, and I love that shambles. Isn't that adorable? I just love that. So I wasn't sure how to answer at first. And then I realized that in Collage or Gluebooking, and I'm not going to speak for any other craft tonight, although I feel very similar about them as I do about this, but with Gluebooking or Collage, oh, this is going to be one big page, I think. This may be a very quick session tonight, folks. Oh, man. Let's start with this one first and see where we go from there. With Gluebooks or Collage, is there really such a thing as a mistake? the only person that would be qualified to deem something a mistake in a glue book is yourself. Because glue books are something that I don't know about other people, but they come together for me as sort of I'm kind of surprised by them every time I finish a page that I really like. I kind of surprise myself and go, wow, that's kind of cool. I really like that. And so is there really, I mean, there's happy accidents in most art, you know, except for things like crochet and knitting and things that have specific patterns. But with glue booking and collage and any kind of collage or multimedia, I don't think there's any such thing as a mistake. That's my honest answer. That is my big feelings answer, is that I don't feel that there's such a thing as mistakes. Because I can tell you, ask anybody that consistently watches my craft videos or my collage and glue book videos, how many times I thought I had made a mistake going in doing something, and then it turns out that it actually works out better than I thought it would. And it happens all the time. All the time. So, you know, I'm not going to claim that there are mistakes. The only mistakes in a collage or glue book that you're doing is parameters you set for yourself. I mean, unless you're doing a very specific design for a client or something, then collage and glue book is pretty free-spirited. And you pretty much do what sort of comes to you naturally. That's the beauty of it. And that's what makes it so nice for relaxation, for, you know, sort of healing the self. Because, yeah, this kind of thing and crafts and art and stuff, it's all about healing the soul. You know, the tortured artist story in the starving artist in the Garrett apartment, the attic apartment, you know, it's all very romanticized, but it was, I mean, art is something you are compelled to do based on something your soul desires, I think. It isn't, the same part of us that desires work or money is not the same part of us that creates things. I'm sorry, it just isn't the same part of us. Those are two sort of distinctly different things. Even if you're making things for money, if you are using art as a career or selling your art, it's still, you wouldn't be able to do your art unless you had a certain love of it or a connection with it. So, all right, so how many of these should I use? Because I want to use them as almost a bundle. And we have a couple other things. Oh, that's kind of a stunner with that. That's a little too casual, maybe. I don't know. And I do like that, but I've already got enough house there. All right, so let's see about some little ones, shall we? Some of the little ones. I do like that. I do. All right. So, yeah, so as far, there we go. I think that's probably from the same book or magazine. As far as mistakes, no, I'm sorry. I really can't say that unless you had a specific plan, like you were going to make a blue page and you ended up throwing in a bright lime green thing and it just didn't suit at all, but it was a mistake, then that would be a mistake, right? But when we're talking about your inner energy coming out and being put on a page or represented with pictures and colors and where they sit and things like that, then no, there's no mistakes. Not in my opinion. Oh, how cute is that picture? Seriously. How cute is that? I don't know why that just delights me, that little penguin picture. I don't know why I'm setting it to the side. Keep that in mind for later. Go, Janet, that was really weird. Weird. Okay, so actually that's kind of cute. Are we going to go cutesy with this maybe? What do you think? That might be an idea. Yeah. So there was also a stove back here. Where was that? Just for the heck of it, I'm setting that to the side. Call me crazy. That's fine. That's fine. So, I am not seeing anything that jumps out at me and tweaks my nose. And that's usually the way I decide. Usually I have a big old pile set aside that I want to explore. Gourmet's Little Black Book. That could be fun. This might be a sort of hospitality looking kind of thing. That is what it might end up looking a bit like, is a hospitality, an ad for a hospitality thing. Yep. So, and as far as mistakes that we set ourselves up with, sometimes to feel like a real artist. And I've talked with friends over, years and coffees and lots of casual conversations. Sometimes to feel like a real artist, we feel something has to be perfect. But when you really think about it, our mistakes are part of who we are. They're part of our personality. They're part of our character. They're part of what makes us us. Just like the bricks in a building, these things are what build us. I mean, if you want to think about it in gaming terms, they're what build us as far as our character, our dexterity, our strength, And so our resistance to certain elements and things. So you have to be okay with the fact that your mistakes are your mistakes. Own them. Call them a lesson that you hadn't thought you would have to acknowledge quite at that time, but acknowledge them and be a part of their part of your existence, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It could sound like a whole load of hogwash. There's that too. There's that too. Okay, so we sort of have, this is kind of the amount I wanted, so I can actually set that aside for use in something else. Okay, so that goes this way. So, perfect. That can hang at the top like grapes do. Okay. And then I don't know why I'm picking out a stove set. That's ridiculous. But for some reason, I kind of like it, Although, I'm not big on ships, cruises, and so on. They're horrible polluters in our oceans, but it's a cool picture. Very cool picture. For some reason, I like this. Maybe it's just the coloring. I don't know. Maybe I need to let go of that. And the stove. I don't know, but I don't know. And the penguins. But, see, this is cute. And it goes. It's kind of cookery, Or, oh, I like that too, because it is similar colors. So that could look really cool. That, and that, and her. This could work, folks. This could work. Uh-huh. Yes, indeed. Okay, so if we put that up there. Okay. Boy, my studio looks studio slash office slash reading room. I don't know what to call it, folks, but my daughter laughs at me because I don't know what to call it. But by Sunday night, the scrap bits of paper I've cut off other things on the floor is just nuts. It's atrocious. Alright, so we want to give it a tiny bit of room for that. So let's take off just a bit more. And the corner. Alright, so I can't see over the desk. It's way over there. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I talked about the mistake email, so what else? What else? What else? When is it art? That was another question. When was it art? When is it art? When does it become art? Do we leave the border on, or do we take the border off? I actually think we need to take that off of there. So your art becomes your art the minute it becomes a concept in your head. Then it is your art. It is your creation. It's yours to do what you want with, unless it's like a commissioned piece or something, or there's a bespoke piece in it, that kind of thing. But if you are making art, regardless of what others might call that art, you're still an artist. If you write, like if you write books or projects, or you sit down and intend to write, you're a writer. Some people feel you have to be published to be a writer, and I'll admit it's a very different feeling once you see one of your pieces published. Then it's kind of a wow kind of feeling, But overall, if you write, you're a writer. And it's pretty much the same. Alright, so I'm going to take this down on this corner, because for some reason I'm not sure where I'm going to sit it yet. Gosh, I hope the audio is on this. I really do. I've made that mistake a couple times where I'll go through a fairly long video and the audio wasn't on. It's like, Armagerd. Oh, I'm not going to be able to fit this in anywhere. Alright, so where are you going to go? You're going to go right there. And we still may fit this in. Maybe. That would look kind of cool. That would look kind of cool. And if I took it a little shorter like that, I could still fit her in. Do you know this page? The first time in a kind of a long time for me has no rhyme or reason to it. None. There is no topic or subject matter. It's just a Friday night Gluebook page. And I hope you folks enjoy the brief interlude with my unfunny self. But you know what? You get to an age where you just go, oh, it doesn't matter if people don't like what I'm doing. They don't have to like it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we are going to glue you down. Woohoo. Alright, glue you down. Yay. There's something very satisfying about applying glue and then really, tightening it up or locking it down. But there's something incredibly satisfying about that, that kind of motion. Ooh, we could extend that along quite a ways, couldn't we? Let's take her over to here. And did we glue the bottom down? Yes, we did. Janet, that was not a smart thing to do. Kind of dumb, but you know, par for the course, right? Sometimes you just kind of bubble brain. Alright, so let's take a little off the bottom. Alrighty, I think this is gonna work. Yes, indeed. Anybody else avoiding the news these past couple of days just 'cause? Just 'cause I don't particularly want to keep up with it right now. Does that make sense to anybody else? It's kind of like, oh my God, making history and cheesecake, right? Speaking of cheesecake, what is everybody's favorite dessert? I love cheesecake. Not overly much. I mean, I couldn't eat it every day, but that and baklava. Oh, I love baklava. What a good taste. How far does this come down? Okay. Oh, for some reason like I said, there is no rhyme or reason to this, folks, but I'm liking it, and I don't know why. I really, the photos maybe, because I've been saving them, or they just happen to be ones I've been saving for a while. Maybe that's it. That could be a thing about our love of collage and gluebooking that really has meat. The fact that we, you know, fell in love with certain images or really liked certain images, and so, you know, you save them in a folder until what you'd call the right time, I guess. Because I don't know about you, but I have images that I save. You know, I know there's going to be some special project that I want to involve them in, and so I have folders of images that are for some future projects. And I've done that for as many years as I can remember, you know. But maybe that's what it's all about, is it just evokes a sense of I don't know, goal. We had a goal for that image or something, I don't know. You're babbling, Janet. I was one of those kids that was always told I talked too much in school. I don't know about you guys, but I was one of them. One of those children. Always talked too much. My mother got reports every year that I was a talker. Could you please teach Janet how to be respectful of others and quiet during school hours? Yes. And I was thinking today about some folders and stuff for my Etsy shop. I make, well, I think the link is up on the banner here. But I make folders and things, like paper folders and things like that, you know. And so I was thinking about, I need to get some Halloween ones or ghosty ones done. And then some Christmas ones. Like, Christmas is so close, even though you don't want to think about it in those terms. Like, Halloween is only 2 months away. This summer, I don't know about you guys, but this summer, like, just flew by. Absolutely flew by. It was so fast. so fast. So yeah, I want to get a couple of haunted or ghostly or gothy type folders done, folios done for the Etsy shop. So I'll be trying to get those done over the next week or so and put them up. Oh, I like this. I don't know why I like this quite so much as I do, but I do. Now, if this was on a one page, but I still like working in this, and it's new for me. It's new for me. Nope, this doesn't fit, obviously. It's not meant for this page. Okay, then, short of gluing this down, wow, I might actually leave that open for a note spot that I want to, if I want to do any writing. I'm not going to glue that down yet. I'm going to see if I want to keep it open for any jots of notes and things like that, because it's at the end of the book. We're done this book pretty much, so yeah, that's actually at the last double page in this book. So we just finished this glue book as well. So this will be a good place. I sometimes leave a page of notes talking about the book, whether I liked the ringway, how it went, and if I enjoyed it, and so on. And so I'll leave that page for those notes. So have a terrific weekend, folks, and thank you for joining me on my casual Friday night glue book. Take care.